And what's going down? Happy Sunday, you guys. Another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. Man, this is the panel edition. Woo! What a week we've had, man. It's really been crazy. Jesus. How you guys been doing, man? Kevin, how was your week?
Feeling good, Terry.
See, what you guys don't know is that before the show started, they've been clowning me because I told them you don't put sugar in coffee, right?
No sugar in coffee.
Shut up,
Kobe.
Oh man, it's stupid. You think how was your week, brother?
You said me?
You think how was your week, brother?
Oh, stressful, man.
What's up, Rafredo? What's going on, man? Glad you're here. First time.
Welcome. First time viewer.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We got some stuff.
Can we give some claps?
Yeah. There we go. First time. There we go.
Welcome.
my week was stressful.
Be sure you share the broadcast out, man. We appreciate it. Really do. Let me put the chat overlay over here just so I can see the comments when they come up. All right. Quinn, how was your week, brother? We're gonna get into it. Quinn, how was your week?
I'm in the deal, man. I had a long, stressful week.
It's been a long week.
I'm just.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna bring the energy in the show today. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off right from the start.
Just not gonna ask me about my week.
Right.
Kev, I asked you first.
I
asked you first.
Damn,
Look at that. I asked you first. Kev, how was your week, man? Since you feel slighted, how was your week?
I sure do. Thank you. I appreciate that, Terry. Now,
but he had asked you though.
I ain't hear it. I guess I didn't hear it. Right? I thought you said eat. My bad, folks. My bad to the viewers. My bad. I apologize. But my week was a little. It's been on and up and down. Yesterday was my dad's 14 years that he passed away. So it was an emotional week for me. Yeah. Terry, you know how I am when I get around this time. So, but I use this time right now with you guys and everybody viewing. I use this time to let it all out, bring the old Kevin back, and I'm ready for the show today, man. Let's get it going.
Good. Well, you know what? We're gonna get right into it just because it's Sunday. First things up, man. We're gonna talk about the NBA Finals. Game 2 is tonight in Golden State. Am I correct?
Yes. Right, you are.
So I got to know real quick before we get into everything else. I got to know real quick. This is game 2. Who you got? And should the Warrior fans be worried? Kev?
They should definitely be worried. Yeah, you got Jason Tatum, who had a terrible game, yet they still dominated the fourth quarter. Ooh, they were up by, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were up by 12 to start the fourth quarter.
Pretty bad,
yeah. And the defense just completely shut down the Warriors. They couldn't hit a shot. The Warriors were going crazy, hitting, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's NBA playoff record of 10 threes straight in a row. Just completely blew the roof off. The crowd was quiet. They should definitely be worried, especially if Jason Tatum and Brown have a game like they did again on top of Horford and White.
Why?
Yeah, look, I got Celtics in 7. Here we go.
Celtics in 7. Hey, who you got? I don't know you're not a sports guy, but who you got?
Yeah, I'm not really a sports guy, but I love Golden State. I'm sticking with Golden State.
Team light skin. You got him in.
Yeah. Stephen Curry has always been my guy.
Yeah.
Not taking away from Boston Celtics, but I just like the Golden State Warriors.
Hey, I mean, the dude's a monster. Quinn, who you got, buddy?
All right, so I got the Golden State, and I'm just gonna throw this out here. Kevin stick to baseball and the weak ass Eagles.
You was once upon a time Eagles fan. I don't want to hear.
It must be come for Kev Day.
I'm telling you, it's gotta be come for Kev Day today.
The smoke.
It's like there was one game, bro, and the thing is, you had to get Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is a way better. I'm not taking anything from Boston's coach, but Steve Kerr is a seasoned veteran. and these warriors have been there before. They know how to play this. They know how to play during this season. So that you already had your chance to talk. Don't say nothing. We moving on after this. No rebuttals.
You know
No
what?
rebuttal.
So
Right. No rebuttal.
I'm
We'll be here all
coming
day.
for you. I'm coming for you.
All right, check this out. Here's a question though.
G,
This is for
Golden
everybody.
State in 7.
Everybody who's watching and you guys, if Boston win game 2 tonight, should the Warrior fans at that point be worried?
It's over with.
If Boston win tonight, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah. If they win tonight,
that's why they should be worried.
But
that's why they should be worried.
They won't win tonight. They won't win tonight.
They won't win tonight. Oh man.
We're gonna revisit this
because they won't win tonight because Jordan Poole's defense. Jordan defense well.
Lordy. Okay. All right, y'all. All
right, let's move on. Leave that alone.
Oh, it was a great week for men folk, was it not? Because Johnny Depp hit a blow for us this week when he won his defamation suit against Amber Heard. He was awarded $8 million, right? It was $8 million.
10.
Thank you, E. I appreciate that, brother.
10.
He won $8 million.
It was 10, Terry. It was 10, Terry.
In according 15?
It was 15. Yeah,
10.
15. Okay, but how much of that he think he gonna get?
He gonna get all of it.
No, you ain't. He ain't getting none of it. Amber's supposed to be broke. Remember?
She gonna have to come up with a way. She got to pay the court. It's the way it's gonna go. It's got to channel through the court. So she got to find a way to pay it. No matter.
Man. Yeah, that whole trial was complete. Did you guys watch it?
Anybody watch some of it?
I
watched a lot of it.
Quarter of it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. So here's my breakdown and what I gathered after the trial. A lot of domestic violence organizations have said this was a horrible day for domestic violence victims. And this lady who is the head of a domestic violence organization, she said something that just irked my soul. She said there's no way that Amber Heard was supposed to case because there's no way a man can be a victim of domestic violence. There's no way a man can be a victim of rape or sexual assault. So that bothered me because
what's it did?
You mean to tell me that we can set these standards that women can't be harbingers of evil because those type of things are evil. You have some men out here that won't put a hand on a woman, that won't do nothing. They got women that just run up on them and start. The woman they with will verbally abuse them, mentally abuse them, and physically abuse them. And that man won't do nothing simply because that man knows that as soon as he grabs her by the arm, throws her to the floor just to protect himself, he's going to jail.
What's going on, Joe?
Yeah. So you're okay. So this lady said that the domestic violence leader, she said that men cannot be sexually assaulted. We cannot be any of that. And so we can't be victims. That's what you're saying. She said
we can't be victims.
Why?
Johnny,
Johnny could not
be a victim. Johnny could not be a victim because he exuded more power and had more control than Amber Heard did.
It sounds like it sounds like just because we're men, we can't. Just because we're the title, we have that title of being a man. Right, we can't be that. You know what, man? That woman can go to hell and eat rice the rest of her life.
I mean, and you know, she's the definition of a feminist. I mean, and that's her right. You know what I'm saying? But men can absolutely be victims of rape, sexual. Yeah, absolutely.
At the hands of a woman, that's what she was saying. At the hands of a woman, men can't be victims.
Crap.
I've seen guys be beaten by men. Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
You know, my area of expertise where I work, I see it. I've seen a man get hit with a bottle and just completely pummeled with a bottle. And this woman was three. The guy was 3 times her size.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Are you kidding me? And then the guy gets up, you know, I love you. and don't let's not do this. Like, are you kidding me? So men can't have no.
Yeah.
But here's the caveat that she threw out there. If the man is a victim of domestic violence, he had to do something to push that woman to that point.
You know what? I can't.
Just like
Now, I will
to
say,
men.
what are your thoughts, E? What you say?
He said he had to do something. What was it, Quinn? He had to do
He
something.
had to do something. He
He had
had
to
to
provoke
have
it?
some type of. He had to provoke it. He had to be manipulative. He had to be
Oh,
mentally abusing her or some type of
oh,
way like that. Like
is that what we're doing?
he couldn't just be a man just doing what he was supposed to do. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Johnny ain't got no problems.
Right.
Okay, but hold up. Now what you just brought up was a huge double standard, because if a woman walks around in in provocative clothing, have a cleavage out or whatever, and if she gets raped, it's just like a man saying, "Oh, it's her fault because she wore those short clothes." You can't. It's not right. That's not right.
I can't believe she regurgitates
It's
shit
right.
like
You
that.
can't do that.
That's
You can't do that. It's stupid. It's stupid. Now I will say this in that trial, it shows that dang it, that's what I'm trying to thought. It shows that they're both toxic.
Oh yeah.
Now, will you guys
Without a
agree
doubt.
that money makes folk toxic? Does
Nope.
money make folk toxic? No.
No,
Okay.
that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse,
That's
because
not an
there's
excuse.
toxic. I got toxic people, like friends, family. They love that. Some people love that. They love the toxicity.
They
Yeah.
just
of a
feed out. That's
relationship.
like that.
It's
If
it's
they
a
can't,
drive. It gives them that. It gives them. It's almost like an empowerment. And when people, like, when you got two people like in a toxic relationship, and trust me, I got friends that are like this, and they feed off of it. And once they get when one person one up you, when in that toxic relationship, they'll find a way, the other person will find a way to one up, and it just continues, and they feed off of it and feed off of it, but yet find some way to hold it together. But once my thing is, once it gets real personal, physical, mentally, like, that shit needs to go, man. Y'all need to call it a quits.
Right.
Like,
but
it's
only thing you
dumb.
have to do is look at what some of the things that come out of some women. I'm not gonna say all women. Some women mouth. I don't want a man that's docile. Grab me by my neck sometimes. Talk to me.
Yes.
Tell me to shut up, or some like. That's
That needs
that
to be
you
said
want
up front.
That women like that though, Q, and I know exactly, and we actually got friends like that. We know a few female friends, mutual friends that we went to school with.
Don't use
that
the
like
word
that.
female, Kevin.
Well,
right.
you know what I mean. But we got some friends like that will actually that love that.
Right.
And when it's
What's up,
almost
yo?
like it's sickening.
Thank you.
They suffer from some sort of like, I don't know, I forgot the word I'm looking for, but they suffer in their head,
They
thinking
do.
that that's the way of life, that's
Right.
the relationship should be. No,
Yeah.
it should not
Hey.
be. Like,
Hey,
Well, it just
hey,
depends.
Drina, how you doing? Sorry.
All right. Remove this comment here. All right. So there's a couple of comments, and I think, could you put Joel's first comment up, E?
Sure.
I can't see it.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. All right. So Joel said, if I'm a guy that will not put my hands on a woman no matter what, he can be. He put that correction in another comment. He can be a victim if the woman knows this and capitalizes on that by hitting the guy. Now, I know a lot of women like that are very vindictive and will be like, well, he ain't gonna hit me back, for whatever reason, either because he a simp or he a punk or whatever. And women will take advantage of that.
Or
right,
just
I was about to say that.
Or they throw out that.
Go ahead, E.
Hey.
No, I was saying I was about to say what Terry said. They know that coming into the relationship, that they won't touch them, they won't hurt them, they won't grab them, and they try to push that button.
They do it on purpose.
They do it on purpose to know that they are not going to do it. For me, for instance, I've never touched a woman. Well, I touched a woman, but
yeah, correct that quick, buddy.
Yeah, I did touch a woman. I like forcefully grab a woman or abuse of anything like that, and I'm not saying that just because it's me and I'm live, but and then I've been in relationships where women tried it. They tried to push me to that point, do little things to like put their finger in my face or stuff like that. So there are some women out there that will push that.
They will
that
test.
button.
They will test the
They would
waters.
test that waters until that man, bulls up and bitch, and smack all the soul
Ben?
out of
And then, but then when that man does that, here come that 911 call.
Right.
And
Right.
his life is ruined.
Yeah. And shout out to Derek that's in here. Thank you, sir, for coming through. I appreciate you, man. And he said that's a stereotype that has to change. When society changes and stereotypes are purposely kept the same, it creates an unfair advantage for one group of people. And that is the most,
equal rights, equal lefts.
That's it, man. It's crazy out here in these streets. And then Derek said later on, they weaponize feminism, which is true, and it's men can be victims. I don't care what nobody say. Because I'm gonna tell you, I dated a young lady in high school, and I had a crush on this chick, big time. However, she was a victim of domestic violence with her baby daddy, and before me, and he used to. And when I tell you, he used to beat the brakes off this young lady, right? And he went to jail a few times, but we was all in high school, so it wasn't back then. It was not as big then as it is now, right?
Right.
And so when she finally broke free of him, and I had a chance to date her like years later,
she took it.
That's all she knew.
Oh, okay.
That's all she knew. And so we would be somewhere, and she was like, "Smack me." We was in the middle of a clothing store one day, and we had a disagreement, and she was like, "Well, if you feel that way about it, smack me." That's what she wanted, and when I didn't do it, it would piss her off. She's like, "Oh, you're not gonna hit me?" Like, no, I need you. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Right. And then back then, you hit a female, it's automatic 72 hours in the clink. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. You know what I mean? But that's what she was used to. That's all she knew.
Can't say
and sometimes
female,
women they get into that. Huh?
Can't say female.
We can say female.
That's what she is.
We can say female. Yeah, we can say female.
I'm telling y'all, bro.
If Facebook ban me from saying female, then we really in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up, time out. Flag on the plate. You say you can't say female. What the hell?
Women, I literally had to go and research why a lot of women resent the term female, because female, and they literally said female reduces them to a sexual organ.
So we're males and we can't.
Right.
It's the same shit we talking about. Man,
I'm just going. I had to, because I had it, like it bothered me because I had a couple of statuses saying female in it, and like they were jumping on my case, like, don't call us female.
I wish women. I'm gonna say female. I won't smoke. Bring it to my page.
What the fuck is this all about?
You can tag them in it. Tag them on my page. I won't smoke.
This was a while ago, Kevin. I'm not finna go and
unstable creatures.
Unstable creatures. Okay, we can say that.
Can I say that? I ain't gonna say the other word, the B word. Unstable creatures.
Oh my god.
That was off of Baby Boy.
Baby Boy. Yeah. And so Joe said, "This is how things have changed." If you look at a Facebook, I guess he's going to talking about what Queen was talking about. And this is how things have changed. If you look at a Facebook or a lot of these social media sites that show people acting stupid and fighting, 9 times out of 10, there are girls that are fighting.
No. And he said girls, not females.
So can we say girls? Can we say girls?
I love it. Thank you, Jason.
Can you say girls? You can't say female. You can say girls.
We're going to say girls. We're going to say females. Oh, look. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Be in Facebook jail by in the morning.
I'm in Facebook jail. They're going to add to my sentence. They're going to add to mine. Let's go.
All right. Moving on, yo, guys. Man, I keep telling y'all we had a great week. We had a great week. We have the DL Hughley, Monique.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Another win, another dub for the fellas. Come on, E. Let's celebrate this. Another dub for the win for the men. Let's go.
Now, for those of you guys that lived up under a rock and don't know what happened, this is what stemmed the beginning.
Had to understand about me, I ain't for that Hollywood bullshit. If you cross the motherfucking line, Oprah, if you cross the motherfucking line, Tyler, I'm gonna see you cool motherfuckers. Come on, the cold train, nigga. Choo-choo! That niggas told me, Monique, let go and let God. Let go and let God. They have taught niggas to be so motherfucking fearful and just give it to God. Let go and let God. So I kept hearing this shit over and over and over again. So I said, well, let me let this shit go and let me give it to God. And you know what God did? He gave it right the fuck back. He said, bitch, I gave you everything you need to deal with these motherfucking coons. Steve Harvey, DL Hughley. I gave you everything you need to deal with these motherfucking coons. I don't fuck with nobody. See, tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all what the fuck is going on, because y'all know one thing about me, bitch, I'm gonna tell.
So this is Monique and at the Detroit Theater, Fox Theater, giving DL Hughley the business because she somehow mistook the fact that she thought she was the headliner.
Right.
And so that's what it begins. E, I know you're talking about tonight on your show on
right.
I can't wait to watch that. By the way,
I'm going to be in there. I'm gonna watch it.
And
everybody. Hold on, E. Let me give you your shine right quick. If y'all missed tonight's show about this,
don't miss it.
Y'all are definitely living under a rock. Either that or your internet is fucked up. You need to watch this show tonight.
Yo, first of all, I want to say, thank you guys. Second of all, I'm ashamed to be called the true Baltimorean right now because, as many of you know, she's from Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I know
the fact of the matter is this, and this is pretty much where it's. I'm done with it. First of all, how in the blue hell you just make it about you? You know, DL Hughley said something very profound when he was talking about this situation. He said, amongst everything that happened, listen to me, everything that happened during the course of the week, you had the Buffalo mass shooting, you had the Uvalde, I'm sorry, Texas mass shooting.
Down here, yeah.
People wanted to come to a comedy club to laugh.
Right.
And this bitch went on stage and just made it about her. At this point in time, for real, I'm tired of her. And here's why. Everything ain't about you. You see what I'm saying? Right. Everything. It's like after she won this Oscar, she thought that her career was going to catapult. Bitch, it don't work like that.
You still got to put in work, and you still got to be human.
Maybe
you got to be humble.
Maybe it worked for DL. Maybe it worked for Steve. Maybe it worked for Oprah. And we have seen Oprah have been getting over for a minute.
Yeah. Why is she talking Oprah, though?
For you.
Yeah.
I think it was a couple of years dating back when she talked to Oprah on, I think it was on one of her shows, on one of Oprah's shows. So Oprah tried to be the mediocre.
Here's my thing, Kev. You got these giants. You see what I'm saying? And by all means, people, when you see this, and when I go on live, then I'm trying to keep it cool tonight because I'm gonna go in. I'm sorry, I'm going.
It's gonna be lit. Yeah.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. What I mean is that whatever they did, if they sold out, if they went to the Illuminati, if they gave them money, oh well. It worked for them.
Right.
It didn't work for you. Now, another thing I need to say, and I'm gonna end it with this.
Yeah,
your manager, which is your husband and your daddy, How in the blue hell you calling your husband your daddy is beyond me.
That's the Cat Williams shit
It's
I
giving,
just heard.
it's giving off incest vibes to me, bro. That's just me.
Right after you won the Oscars and you married that coon. Let me stop right now before I get an email. Right after you married that coon,
don't get blocked online, bro. Yeah,
you changed. Every video that she made, he's right there.
Yeah,
tell him about it, Monique. And nigga.
Okay.
And you're not gonna let it go. You're not gonna let it go because that's your cash cow. You a bad slick nigga. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Monique. If you're listening to other people, if you got a problem with listening to other people, stop listening to that coon.
Yeah.
Oh, we about to go viral with this shit.
No,
Somebody clip that shit.
Just
Somebody
saying.
Clip that
Queen, what's your thoughts, buddy? We're gonna get into some videos here in a minute.
So here's my thing. If you have, and I had to explain this to several people about themselves. If every time you enter a situation and you seem to be the problem, they're saying you're the problem. Eventually, you need to step back and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I may be the problem because every time I run into a situation, I have a falling out with these people. You saying you don't mess with anybody, but your actions in the course of events causes a problem. You listening to your husband causes a problem. You have thrown out all sense of professionalism. And I gotta appreciate DL throughout this whole ordeal. He has never disrespected her or called her out her name.
Right. Speaking of DL, he responded in his initial response. Here you go.
So DL Hughley responded to Monique and showed the contracts. He said, after this, I don't want to hear no more about this. Here it is in black and white. The only thing blacked out is personal and bank info. Pay attention to headliner, highest paid artists on the show, artists have approval of lineup of the show, DL Hughley closing. Receipts over opinions, I got everything that was stated in my contract. Everything. But let's say I didn't, my beef wouldn't be with anyone but the promoter, my team, and I damn sure wouldn't make it personal. If you have a problem, take it up with management. And by that, I mean your management. And the paper say, artist DL Hughley paid by 5 Temps Production at Fox Theater Saturday, May 28th. It said he's the highest paid artist on the show. Artists that have approval of lineup, DL Hughley closing, Monique and others. So he got proof that Monique agreed to this. Then they got the other people, Josh Adams, Rodriguez, Monique, and DL Hughley is last on the actual show schedule. Like, it's other people coming before DL Hughley, but it's proof right there on the door that DL Hughley is coming 9:45 to 10:30. And then he actually showed, like, the paperwork again, artists to be paid highest on the show, DL Hughley, closing, then Monique, Rodriguez, and local radio station. So he got all the proof. Like, the only thing he's blocking out is like the payment. That's the only thing he's blocking out. But it's legal paperwork stating that A, DL Hughley is the headliner. B, Monique agreed to the terms. That's what a contract is. They don't just call you and say, hey, you want a headline, and just switch it up at the end. That don't happen. But what Monique is saying is,
so that is DL Hughley's proof. He pulled the contracts. He got them black and white. How was that rebuttal?
I love me some DL Hughley, and first of all, I shout out to my wife who got me some tickets to go see one of my favorite, once again, one of my favorite comedians. And we saw him at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club here in San Antonio. Humble guy. I took a photo with him. It's on my Instagram. Me and my wife. Great guy, and I love that he came with facts. He came with receipts. He And I know being the guy, and being that I talked to him, I had a conversation with. I know for a fact this is not something that he wanted to do. Like he said, he doesn't want to make it personal, but to clear his name from the dirt and the regurgitation that's spewing from her mud flap lips. I know it's not something he wanted to do. He didn't want to demonize, Monique, and for her to throw Oprah. Okay, Oprah. Everybody's been, tired of Oprah for some time, but she's still gonna make $1 million.
You hating on Oprah? She's a billionaire. She don't care.
DL Hughley has had his stumbles. I mean, but she's constantly throwing out names to make herself relevant. Yeah. And I think that's only gonna backfire for her for more shows, more of everything. She's killing her money. Yeah. She's definitely killing her money. And here's the and just like Q said, you gotta look at yourself. She is the common denominator of this whole situation. Yeah. Look at the common denominator from all times that she's had issues with over the last 3 to 4 years. She is the issue. And here's the biggest thing that no one has saw. And that's me and E were talking about it earlier before we started the show. Did anybody see? Does anybody know who's on her management team that is number one that did the contract? It was her fucking husband. Daddy. So if you got somebody to pick a bone with, take it out with your husband, your daddy, your management, your fucking husband.
Here's the thing, and let me say this right quick, Terry. If a person, we in a group, and one person out of the group stink, every day they smell this person, you stink, and the person that stink say, I don't.
A horrible analogy, but okay.
I mean, they keep saying you stink, and you keep saying you don't stink.
Yeah,
that person saying, "Oh, I don't stink." Of course, they can't smell themselves. Some people can't.
Right.
9 times out of 10, everybody can't be lying. Nigga, you stink.
Right. Like, what did Cat Williams say? If you got a bunch of people calling you a crackhead, you're a fucking crackhead.
Everybody can't be lying. You see what I'm saying? It's like every encounter that do not go in her favor, she's ready to go off. This was not the time or the place. Hell, there was plenty of events that I was invited to that I could have been a part of, that I was a part of because of my own negligence. I didn't correspond in time to be on a panel or host an event because of my own negligence.
Right.
I wasn't on the panel. I didn't get a chance to host, but I still came to the event. And then some acknowledged me, some didn't. But did you see me all on the microphone like, no, because of my negligence. Now, that's either you need to talk to daddy or get your management team in line. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it is not always about you.
It ain't.
Period. Point blank.
I want to see her go up again. I want to see her beef with Cat Williams. I want this smoke.
They don't want that smoke
because Cat Williams will go in.
Now after DL did he brought his proof, showed the contracts. You figure that there will be there's no need of rebuttal, right? But of course, Monique being Monique, and the drama she's been causing since 2017, she had to come back. That's what she said.
Monique responds to DL Hughley posting his contract. She said, there were some of you who were fooled by the smoke and mirrors of DL posting his DMMO versus his performance agreement. Here's my performance agreement. And here are emails and texts confirming that as per usual, I'm going to always keep it real and honest with my people. If you notice, mine has signature, DL's does not. What type of ironclad agreement doesn't have signatures? Now you told me to check on my management, and this is what I came up with. So how did I do? Perhaps you should have taken your own advice, because I'm sure your team would have advised you against trying to pass a DMMO off as a contract. To those out here who thought a DMMO was the same as a performance agreement, especially some of the comedians, this is how we're constantly taken advantage of by the business. And then she went on to say, and just so you know, the promoter already told my team before the show that you didn't have a signed agreement. That's why I'm not surprised you're using a DMMO. That said, maybe they lied to you and actually have a contract. If so, the promoters have put themselves in a terrible position to have more than taking legal action against.
Okay, let me. I got it. I had to stop that because the dude did it doing the video. I can't
breathe.
It hurt my knee, hurt my ears. Anyways,
dirty.
Yeah, I was just gonna send y'all a message like when y'all get videos, y'all gotta find somebody. That
I can't do. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, but anyway, I see what he's trying to do, right? But I didn't see anything from the actual company that did this show,
right?
Who in the hell is ROS?
She actually did post her receipts also. And the thing is,
are they real receipts?
She posted the same thing DL posted. It's just
so she can't read.
Names reversed, but hers is on different paper.
I knew it was something funky going on. Okay.
Because DL said, "Why you posting your contract that's on toilet tissue paper?" You know.
So here's my thing right here, y'all. And Joel put up a comment that he went that he knows and went to school with Monique. I'm sorry, do you even want to mention that? I wouldn't even. I'm sorry, but if have y'all noticed that it's such a high caliber. This could be a high caliber case where she can actually take this to court and chooses not to, but yet just wants to be socially.
She wants to stay in the news, just like you said
earlier. Exactly. So I mean, this is why I can't take her serious, and I definitely think she's lying because if first it sounds like it's about money. Second, you're putting everybody's name, throwing everybody's name under the in dirt. I just really see that it's total bullshit coming from her because if that was the case, she would have hushed the fuck up and taken it to court.
DL posted the radio poster.
He got the biggest.
He got the biggest fucking picture.
It clear, and then he posted the Fox Theater
marquee.
What's marquee?
Yeah,
it has these office. It has these names, and then it says featuring DL Hughley.
Right. See, I mean, I don't know. I think it's weird. But you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you what's funny. The reactions about the situation from people. It's what's funny to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of audio from Corey Holcomb. He was on the I'm forgetting the name of that show. I think it's 5110 or something like that.
I love this.
He boy.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
That's not it. Where'd it go? I know I had it. I don't have it. It's gone now.
Corey Holcomb.
Anyway, no.
Yeah, it's gone. Wait.
Oh.
It's gone. It's gone, man.
No, I want it.
I
would share that YouTube clip. I don't care. I would share the hell out of it. Oh,
I actually don't have it. But anyway, Corey said on this show that Monique went on this rant versus telling jokes. Your job is to tell jokes. It's your job. Right. That's why you were on the show in the first place. You're on here and you thought you're supposed to headline because you won an Oscar. You won an Oscar for being the worst mother in American cinematic history, he said, with his words. You want an Oscar for buffoonery, but you want to be a headliner. You ain't told not now joke. What a joke's at? That's what he was saying.
Right.
What a jokes. And so the reactions of some of the people that are speaking on this in Hollywood is actually it's beyond praise. I don't know what happened to the video. I mean the audio. I sure had it.
She is getting dragged.
She's getting drugged. She should.
If you support Monique in any of this, I'm sorry.
I've seen people support her.
Oh my God.
Every clown that was in that video that I first showed, that got up and got to screaming and yelling and all that them the ones that support her. And you have every right to support this lady, right? But I think she's been clowning on people for years. When she went on the Steve Harvey show and was like, "Well, Steve, this is what I felt." And Steve was trying to school her. This is not the game. The game is this. But she didn't want to hear what the gang. She wants people to conform.
She thinks she's right all the fucking time. That's the problem.
The thing is, I don't think and now that we're talking about this, and I just had this thought process. The reason why she rant at some of her shows and get mad is because she don't have no material.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now joke.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You okay, so I don't have no material. So what I'm gonna do is create a situation where I'm mad and just go in on people to make it sound funny. Right. You see what I'm saying? For years, they said the same thing about Cat Williams.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams was saying the same jokes over and over and over again. But then Cat Williams said, no, I got material. Here it is, right here.
Yeah. Boom.
Mm-hmm. And those people that she name dropped, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, those people that she named, she thought that they was going to be those same people that was going to help her.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's what she thought.
After she got that Oscar, Tyler Perry, oh, you got an Oscar. Let me work with you. Steve Harvey, okay, well, you got an Oscar now. I'm going to help you. No, boo-boo. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
But if you guys remember, Monique never had jokes. To me.
And she's not.
I never liked her on
BET
comedy. What is it? Comic View. I never liked her on Comic View.
What's up, bro?
She's not funny.
She's not.
She's never been funny. The only thing she had going for her years ago when she was big, when she was bigger, and she would use the skinny bitches are evil line.
Yeah.
Right. That was it. And
what was that?
That was
when she was on Def Jam also.
Def Jam. She was on Def Jam.
I think she had one. That's
how you know. That's how you know she shouldn't be headlining. If a motherfucker can't remember you from something you did years ago, or if people still can't quote stuff that you said in a show.
Exactly. Yes.
How many times people said? How many times the people said, "Pull a little tank"?
Right.
Come hate on me.
You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart's lines.
Right. So
you were never a headliner, lady.
She expected, I'm telling you, she expected that Oscar, before all of this, you ain't hear nothing about Monique.
You want an Oscar for being a buffoon.
Right. Like so you want an Oscar, you just automatically thought that your career was going to go out the window. It's like you're coming to the fast food line with an Oscar and you saying, no, I have graduated from a kid's meal to a Big Mac meal, bitch. Yeah. Like, no, it don't work like that.
For free, bitch, because I got an Oscar.
Right, for free, because I have, and you got the Oscar. This is your meal ticket.
That's funny.
This is your catapult ticket going, moving up. No, it don't work like that. It don't.
No, it doesn't. There would be nobody else like Bernie Mac, period.
Thank you.
You know what?
Bernie Mac been dead and gone for years. Thank you, bro. That's my little brother right there.
You know what? Let's hit that right quick. Just a quick note. Bernie Mac, even at that, Bernie Mac, if he was alive today, would definitely not side with Monique.
Oh, he would dust her off.
Oh, and he
was still here.
Oh, you dirty bitch!
He is turning in his grave right now.
He wants to come out of his grave right now and say something. I know it.
All right. So let's move on. We're getting late in the evening here. Ryan said, "Hell no." Let's jump in this next topic real quick, man. Real quick. Let me sum it up. All right. So the main topic of the day was, and we never did get into it, but we'll try to touch on it today before we leave here. Why can't we be friends, man? Kevin brought up a topic the other week, and we just never got to it because we talked about the Buffalo shooting and then the school shooting next week. Why don't we support each other when we do stuff, no matter what it is, business wise, podcast wise, live stream wise, YouTube wise? Why don't we support each other? And Kevin sent me a great video on TikTok. But what I did, I took the audio from the video, and I'm gonna play it. So
please do roll that.
We don't fucking want to help each other. Let's talk about it. We hate on each other. We don't actually lift each other up. We talk all of this. It don't matter what the white person thinks. But when it really comes down to it, we don't help each other. So much so that black people don't even like to ask for help. We think that that's a sign of weakness. Like you can't let your pride allow you to actually need help, want help. I'll do it on my own. I don't need a handout. I don't need nothing. That's the mentality we walk around with. And that's the that's holding us back. And a lot of the times, it be a lot of black people, and I'm going to get killed for saying this, but it's fucking true, that blame white people, and it's not on them, it's on us. And we don't want to eat that shit. And that's what I'm fucking tired of. Why don't we do that? Why don't we help each other the same way they do and stop fucking blaming them for some of the we find ourselves in moments when we have to take accountability?
You're right. So what are we going to do about it?
Stop hating on each other. That's where it starts. We can't slap each other at the other guy's event. We can't do that kind of shit, yo. We got to stop complaining about what we're not getting when we're not even appreciating what we have.
Sounds a lot like that should have been.
I watched that video. I will be honest. I literally watched that video from TikTok about a good 4 or 5 times.
That's because that's exactly.
I love his passion. I love the pain in his voice.
Oh yeah, the passion was.
It's definitely there, and I love his show. By the way, his show is really good. Y'all need to really watch that. But I feel everything that he said in that video and that clip that y'all heard. I feel every ounce of that in my fucking bones. And I love every moment of it.
Support has always been my pet peeve. As long as I've been talking into a microphone, I've preached and advocated about support. The one thing I said, and I would say it to the day that I die, support doesn't necessarily mean monetary. And the one thing that really kills me is our own people do not support our own people.
We don't.
And you will get a greater response from a person overseas.
Yeah.
In another city, in another state, wholeheartedly go hard for you. And that is disturbing, where you have your own significant other, your own best friend who you went to school with, your own brother, your own sister, cousin, aunt, uncle will not even remotely utter a word, your name out of their mouth. That is disturbing. You see what I'm saying? There. And it's like, and when you confront those people about that, the one thing I love the one excuse that I love, and I love it, and I say it all the time, I didn't know. I had no idea.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. You see what I'm saying? Like that response right there bothers me. Like you live in the house with a person, and you already
you live? What? I didn't know that.
Right downstairs, like you live. That bothers me too. That bothers me to my core. But there's a person in Israel that is watching you right now. There's a person in Pakistan that is watching you right now. There's a person in New York watching you right now. And when you shout those people out instead of these people in Baltimore, they like, well, you ain't giving me no love. Bitch, you wasn't watching.
You wasn't giving me love to begin with.
You wasn't in the gym shooting with me.
I know that's right. You weren't in the gym shooting. That I'm telling you. But my brother, my legit blood brother said we can be dangerous in society if we all came together as brothers.
That comment right there. That comment right there.
Right. Yeah.
That right there, yo. Hey.
My little brother always come through. He always come through.
Right there. Hey.
My brother.
Joel, that's
I was with an orange jumpsuit behind that one. That's that, not right there. No flip flops. I wear that. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And then Joel came behind, and said, how many times have you seen or heard someone call someone that has made it or has made some type of success called a clown or a bitch ass? Straight hate. And it's
all the fucking time.
I remember when me and E and E, we still have the radio station, but we just right now it's not active. When we were doing WLEO, and we would go live, and I can actually watch the map as we were live. People in India was getting down with us in
Canada,
India, crazy,
Peru,
but American folk, yeah, and he's in the Mecca. Baltimore's a Mecca. It's not just Baltimore. Baltimore's a Mecca for just about everything, right? But where he at? You know what I'm saying? What he at? And it's really sad. Quinn, so let me ask you this, man. How do you feel about that? When you hear and you see, like, we're not talking about just in this live streaming game, we talking about in business, we talking about in everything. Do we personally support black-owned businesses? Like, if you saw a black food truck, would you go to it?
Yeah. And here's my thing. And when I got into the podcasting business, when I got into streaming and all of that, I wanted to support other black content creators. Like, I go and support black-owned restaurants here in where I live and everything. The thing is, if you go into it expecting your people to support you, you're going to always set yourself up for disappointment.
That's true.
And
if you don't expect it, you'll never be disappointed.
Right.
And when I started podcasting about 7 years ago, we were like, dang, man, our own city ain't messing with us. We looking at just like y'all, we were looking at the screen, like overseas. France, so our hip hop podcast, France messing with us heavy. The UK messing with us heavy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like New York, California, Texas, like Florida, Mississippi. We've trying to put on for Mississippi. Mississippi just sitting up there like,
I ain't got the time. Yeah. Like, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, y'all.
I'm gonna tell y'all. And this is part. I'm not gonna front. This is part of the reason why I haven't jumped off my sports podcast yet. Part of the reason, because I'm afraid I'm not gonna get the support from my own people. And
you can't go in expecting that, Kev. You
bothersome.
Can't. Because if you let me go and break this down to you. If you love what you do, you're gonna do it regardless of the support. If you're doing this just for the support, then you don't love what you do.
No, and it's not that. And I understand what you're saying.
You just said that though, Kevin. You haven't jumped into it because you're afraid you won't get the support. If it's what you want to do, then you will do it.
Q, relax, chill. Let me talk.
I'm just telling you what you said.
I understand. Yes, it's on recording. God damn it. Yes, I said it. Shit, chill. But the problem is, yes, not everybody thinks like that. All right. It's a mental block. People have that.
That happens.
All right.
I was just trying to give you some advice to get you past that.
Great advice. Never said it was a dull thing. Never said it wasn't good advice or any of that. Problem is that it's a mental block for some people. Right. I'm being one of them. I'm one. And like I said, I want to be completely honest. That's part of the reason. I didn't say that was the reason. Did y'all hear that? I said it was part of the reason. Part of the reason why I want not only others to view and see what we got to say, because it's a sports podcast. First of all, I'm not doing shit just for political views and things like that. No, it's sports, and I know everywhere where I'm at, whether it's Mississippi or Texas, hey, I have millions of friends and family that love sports. Why wouldn't you want to watch? So and again, it's part of the reason why. And we a lot of things, y'all know, I support. When it was Philandis, my homegirl, who was on our show before, her book, support her book. I made it a point to bring her onto the show. Q, when your podcast on Twitch, whenever I get a chance, I'm on there. E, whenever I get a chance to be on to go on your show, along with a few others from the BS3 crew. With Cold Sports in the morning on YouTube. I make it a point to support when I can, and a lot of the time, people don't have that mindset. They think they have better things to do throughout the day than support, and that's just the podcast part of it. When we get into the business aspect, or anything that deals with money, or anything that deals with just supporting any overall view, Black folks don't want to do it.
Right. Yeah.
And a few reasons why: pride, accountability, and jealousy. Three of the three common denominators of the whole shit, where people don't want to view and support others. And just like he said, we are our own Achilles heel to the Black community. You don't see this happening in the white race. The Indian races, man, they have their own backbone support. They have their own law firms and things like that to support their own communities.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that. We can't. It's like we can't. It's like it's almost like a Black law of our own that we're not supposed to. And I'm really sick and tired of it. And I actually wanted to make a view of that today. That's something I'm glad Terry brought that clip up, because man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was very passionate. I loved every minute of it.
All right, let's get into this one. This is one of the best parts of the show. Let's get into it. Oh man, here we go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the meep of the week.
Meep.
Oh man.
That's right, good people. Meep of the week, brought to you in part by stupid people doing stupid shit. Hey, check it out. Sometimes it's just not about you. I'm gonna say that again for the people who need to catch up. Sometimes it's not about you. It's about that person over there. That person over there. And the gall that you would think that this one thing can catapult your career. And I'm talking about none other than Monique.
Yeah.
That's right. Almost ashamed, like I said earlier today, that she is from Baltimore. I'm a true Baltimorean all day, every day, 365 days of the week. But it just pains me that right after, Monique, you received this Oscar, you changed. Now, you may have had a little bit of help of this change by a certain person named Daddy. I don't understand that. So, Terry, do me one favor, if you can. You don't have to play the whole video, but play that video by Tank right quick.
Blacks don't mess around. We different from 90.
What's up, y'all? This is Master P, and I just want to let y'all know, go to nightanddaynetmarkets.com and get yourself some product. They're a Black-owned company. They got everything from t-shirts to hoodies to shoes to jewelry to hair care products. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, Night and Day Network, with the Curry Gang, and check them out now. You heard? Salute.
Okay, guys, how y'all doing today? First of all, hopefully you check out the R&B Money podcast. Check that out. First episode, Jamie Foxx. It's crazy. Jay Valentine, you know how it goes. I have to chime in on this. I have to. The Monique and DL Hughley situation, it's starting to get personal, and I don't believe that night was personal. It wasn't. It came down to business, right? And let me explain it to you. As you can see in DL Hughley's memo, he was offered the closing position. And let's just say in Monique's paperwork, they agreed to give her a closing position as well. Got it. What it boils down to the night of show is, if we got two artists that are saying, hey, I'm supposed to close, it is then on the promoter to decide who's more valuable to the show.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there because that's a good stopping point.
So, and it's good. And the reason why I selected that reaction, one, he's an artist, he's a celebrity, and he, telling his side, or his giving his opinion of this so-called beef. Now, at the end of the day, what he said was, it's business. It's not personal, it's business. Monique, I think you took it personally. And what we talked about earlier about material, like I said, if you don't have no material, bitch, say it. I don't have nothing to talk about. I don't have no jokes.
I don't have jokes.
But to get on there and rant and get on a person where you seem fit as them trying to get over on you, or the system ain't right, this, that, and the third, how many times we going to hear about it? How many times are we going to hear about it? I say this a lot when you hear something about something that's redundant, repetitive, everything. It's dead. It's dead. Get over it. There are a gazillion other celebrities out there that get shine, get Oscars, get recognition other than you. I'm sorry. If they approached DL Hughley, which is a better comedian than you.
Yeah, he's been doing it for
hands down.
He's been doing it a little bit more longer than you.
Hands down.
So your meep meep goes to?
So my meep meep goes to you, Monique, and here's why. It's not always about you. Hell, it's not always about me. It's not always about Kev, Quinn, or Terry. It's not always about you. And contrary to popular belief, I've won awards, but you don't see me with an award in my hand every time I go live. Yes, I got this award because I was nominated and won this award at the Baltimore Crown Awards. Who gives a rat's ass? Jamie Foxx, and countless others have won Oscars. Cindy Poitier. The list goes on. It's not about you. So take your little Oscar, sit down, think, get rid of the person that you call daddy for a husband, and start thinking for yourself. That is my meet me for the week.
I thought he was gonna go the rock route and
say, Joel,
some bitch sideways.
Let me hit these two comments and then we're gonna get out of here because we have ran over. All right, so one of the comments is what if the problem, and this is go back to supporting each other. What if the problem is not a lack of support, but instead of as a lack of originality? Meaning, if we are reproducing products that are easily duplicated or producing market that already has defined market leaders, people of any race usually stay with what is that? With either first to market or innovative products. Originality is key. Present present a product that is not easily duplicated and originated.
It don't.
I'm not sure who Facebook user is, but that's.
It don't matter. Facebook user. I'm sorry. It don't matter.
A hamburger is a hamburger, whether it comes from McDonald's, Wendy's, or your house.
Right. It don't matter.
It don't matter. I agree with you.
How many podcasts have you seen with the same format? 4 guys, 4 girls, 2 guys, 2 girls, talking about the same stuff. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter. At the end of the day, it's support. You see what I'm saying? Your friends are not my friends. You see what I'm saying? It does not hurt to take this little finger right here and hit the share button.
Even if
Mark
you ain't
Zuckerberg, get rid of the like button. It's about sharing. I can like it all day, but not watch it. Share it. Share it to someone who wants to see it. Share it to someone who needs to see it.
Well, that boy preaching. Hey, man, you preach on.
Come on here, boy.
Hey. God damn.
Y'all boys crazy. Sharing a Tom.
Say that again. It is free, Lord. Ooh, Jesus, take that will from her and hand it over to someone else.
It's free. Well, I tell you what. Since we are getting ready to get out of here, if you have not shared the broadcast out yet, please go ahead and share the broadcast, please, and share it to your Twitter, Facebook, whatever you like to share it to. thank you guys for coming through. I want to thank Kev, Quinn, Eve for giving up their hour on a Sunday to sit here and talk with me for an hour. I really appreciate you guys. Listen, we'll be back next week. Well, actually, yeah, we'll be back next week. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, man, and we'll see you guys on the flip side.